So our dish today is going to be dandelion greens. And I had the choice between lamb quarters and dandelion greens to make this particular dish that I have in mind. But I chose the dandelion greens because they're a stronger flavored leaf. They'll go well with more pungent ingredients versus the lamb's quarters, which are very mild, so you don't want to overpower their flavor. And what I'd like to do is I found some barbecue sauce and an avocado. I'm going to make an avocado paste with some field garlic. Mash that all together, saute the greens, and add that avocado paste to the end with a little dab of barbecue sauce. And I think that might be really kind of neat.
Mm.
So
and what about the apple? Was that to go with it too?
Yeah, I thought I'd throw in an apple too because I like the bitterness, sweetness,
I
that
do
combination.
too. I think it's a great combination, yeah.
Right.
Good.
And we also have some hot sauce so we could step it up a bit too.
Okay.
So the first thing I want to do is I want to make an avocado paste. And how I do that is I'm just going to cut the avocado. And easy enough to do if you don't know how to cut an avocado is you cut it lengthwise, round in a diameter, and then you take the pit out by just taking your knife and taking the pit out easily. So that's great. Now this is probably a little too ripe of an avocado. It's already starting to brown, but that's exactly what I want because I'm going to make a paste. So I want it nice and mushy. Now of course, to avocado, in order to keep it from turning brown, you want to add some acid. And I have some lemon juice, so I'm just going to, don't have lime juice, lemon juice will do the same. Any acid, you can even use orange or vinegar. I like to use citrus though. So just squeeze a little bit on there so it doesn't turn brown while I'm working. Not that much. So, next thing I want to do is I'm going to move to cutting board B. And I'm going to chop up some field garlic. Field garlic doesn't have as potent a flavor as regular garlic, so you want to use more to get the flavor. So where I would use 2 cloves of garlic for a whole avocado, I would probably use 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe even all 6. You want to mince that up as fine as you can. You could use a press at this point, you know, a little garlic press to help you along. That might work.
I have noticed that field garlic does not stick to the knife nearly as much as regular garlic does.
That's true, and that might be the why it's so it's not as pungent.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, you're right. Garlic gets very sticky. Conventional garlic. You won't get it like a paste. You'd have to do this for a good long time to get that to happen. But at least it's breaking down more than just the mince that I was doing. Great. So now I'm going to add this with my garlic. It's already seasoned because it already has the salt. My sunflower cup. Use what you got. Great, mashed up. The lemon juice also helps to break down the avocado. The idea is to get all the chunks out. Food processor would do a fantastic job, but if you are doing it by hand, hey, a couple chunks of avocado, nobody will complain. So that's what you're left with, something like that. Kind of like guacamole. Kind of. Good. So that's ready to go. Our apple's ready to go. I have some onion. That always adds a wonderful flavor. And now what I'm going to do is just give these beautiful dandelion greens a rough chop. So just a rough chop on your dandelion greens. So we're ready to go to our pan. Everything's chopped, everything's ready to go. I'm actually going to save a little bit of lemon on the side. You might want that. So we want to get our pan nice and hot. And the first thing I want to add is our onion. One small onion. The next thing I'm going to add are our greens. Now these already have been rinsed, so they have some water clinging to them. Just be careful when you add them to the pan because they'll sizzle a lot from the water. So when the sizzling starts to die down, I'm going to add my apple. That already has a little lemon juice in it to keep it from browning. I'm going to add a tomato. And then I'm going to add a little bit of barbecue sauce. Just a touch, probably just going to do about a tablespoon, just to give it the essence of the barbecue sauce. Now at this point I've not seasoned it at all, right? Remember, I didn't put any garlic in. Normally I would put garlic in when I'm first sauteing greens with the onion, but I didn't do that because our field garlic is in the avocado along with some sea salt. So I'm going to do that last, once this dish is finished sauteing. I'm going to add a dab of vinegar to make it a little saucier and also to take a little of the bitterness out of the dandelion. So now at this point it's still hot, still just took it off the pan, off the stove, and I'm going to add our avocado mash, which has that lovely garlic and sea salt in there. I'm using it all. I think barbecue season is starting to happen upon us. So
yeah, so
this is a barbecue-inspired meal.
I want to try this. I've never had them this way, so this is another new departure for me.
Right?
As almost every meal is with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
All
Dig in.
right, I'm going to dig in.
I love the addition of the wild rose flowers, which are edible, as well as the red clover, which is amazingly delicious.
Yeah. Mmm. It does look good, I have to say.
I like the avocado.
Yeah.
I really like that addition.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't want to cook it that much. We just added it at the end while it was still warm, but I do like that addition because the dandelion greens are bitter. So the apple and the avocado are really going to help that along. So at least that's my hope.
All right, let's see if this works.
Let's try.
Yes. The overall flavour, I think, is delightful.
Mm-hmm.
That combination, and the apple definitely does help a lot.
Mm-hmm. And the avocado too. The avocado mellows everything.
Yeah.
Makes it creamy.
Okay. Well, it's delightful.
It's a barbecue season.
Yes.